We're tracking the investigation into a fire that destroyed a Lexington warehouse overnight.
Police in Mercer County say they are taking a threat inside the Burgin school very seriously.
There's a cheap and easy way to protect yourself from the flu. Find out where you can get vaccinated for free.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon to you. A massive fire destroyed a warehouse overnight.
The fire started about 1 this morning at a warehouse on Newtown Pike and 4th Street. Firefighters say at one point flames shot 45 feet into the air. Our Monique Blair is live at the scene tracking the investigation in our top story at 5. Monique?
Well, Sam and Amber, yeah, that fire started a little after 1 o'clock this morning, and you can see what is left of what was once a warehouse. And all day today, cleanup crews, demolition crews, and several firefighters have been out here trying to make what's left of this building as safe as possible.
You heard crackling and popping. You could feel the heat all the way on the street.
About 20 fire companies responded to this fire that broke out shortly after 1 o'clock this morning near Newtown Pike and Hickory Street.
You kept hearing explosions, many explosions.
Yeah, it was bad. A lot of debris and ash around here.
At times, flames reached as high as 45 feet, and being so close to so many homes, neighbors say they were startled and worried the fire could spread.
Yeah, this is real crazy. I mean, the whole neighborhood was scared. You know, it was a whole lot of explosion. We ain't used to that.
No one was hurt from the fire. A company called Premier Recycling used this warehouse as a storage unit, and they say there were about 200,000 pounds of flammable material inside, and firefighters say the flames fed off those materials, causing the building to quickly burn to the ground. Now, firefighters just left the scene here about 30 minutes ago, and they originally thought they would be out here until tomorrow cleaning up all the hot spots, but they said they were actually able to work through and get to all those hot spots quicker than they originally expected. Now, I'm reporting live in Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Monique, thank you. Arson investigators spent much of the day trying to figure out how that fire started, but that investigation is ongoing. The cause has not yet been released.
Hundreds of students had to stay home from school today because of a threat. Students found the threat on a restroom wall at Burgin Independent School in Mercer County. As WKYT's Phil Pendleton shows us, officials decided to cancel classes while the sheriff's office investigates.
The threat was noticed by some students yesterday who immediately told officials. Not long after that, the school leaders decided to call off school for today.
It's not funny.
Burgin's superintendent says no one is laughing about what was found on a restroom wall Wednesday afternoon.
I'm thinking that we have a lot of copycats, but I don't know if the people that are doing these things realize the seriousness of this.
Burgin is a small town that's home to a small school, only 500 from preschool through high school. Yet the issue has created some big concerns.
Anytime there's a threat or a possible threat, the schools take it serious, we take it serious.
Police are purposely not revealing the specific language or wording in the threat.
You know, when we ask a question, well, how do you know that? We don't want to be able to say that they seen it on the news or read it in the paper.
And police tell me that even if this was a prank, they are still going to take this very, very seriously. Whoever is caught, if it's a student, that student will probably face some legal charges in addition to consequences, disciplinary action from within the school system. In Mercer County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
The sheriff's office tells us their local Crime Stoppers is offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. All right, you might want to take a minute to dig out your umbrella.
We have one more day of dry weather, and then the rain is coming back. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey's here. Chris, I guess we need the rain, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We've, falls around here fairly dry anyway, but similar to what happened in September, we're going to make up for most of the month's worth of rain in that final week of the month. The next week and change across central and eastern Kentucky, wet, stormy, and eventually turning much, much colder. So the dry view that we continue to see on Defender isn't going to hang out too much longer. High pressure hanging out across the Carolinas as of now, still giving us the nice weather. You've got this evening, you've got most of tomorrow to enjoy that. But the change is already brewing well out to our west. Big area of low pressure that is spinning out here. It's snowing in the Rocky Mountains. Out ahead of that, we got strong and severe thunderstorms possible for parts of Texas into Oklahoma. That is our weekend rain and wind maker that blows in here as we go towards Saturday and Sunday. That's the first of two big systems I'm tracking, and the storm that comes in behind that for the middle and end of next week looks even bigger and badder. A busy 7-day forecast, guys, coming your way in less than 10 minutes.
Funeral arrangements have been made for 4 people killed in a fire. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Mason County. Lori Doppelhauer-Kearney and 3 of her children died when their apartment building caught fire on Monday night. Their visitation begins at 6 o'clock Saturday night at Southern Oaks Funeral Home in Somerset. The funeral is at 2 Sunday afternoon, also at the funeral home. A neighbor also died in that fire. In Bourbon County, a man accused in a deadly stabbing will be in court next week. Paris police say that Daniel Martin killed Jonathan Scalf at a home on Crest Court Tuesday night. Scalf's family says he went to his estranged wife's home to visit his daughter when the stabbing happened. Martin was arraigned yesterday. His preliminary hearing is next Wednesday. And in Madison County, police arrested a man accused of assaulting an officer. Devin Meeks is charged with criminal mischief and 2 counts of assault. Richmond police say that they were called to Meeks' home on St. George Street for a report of a domestic dispute. When officers arrived, police tell us that Meeks hit one of them in the face and ripped his shirt. The officers used a taser to stop him. Police say he was so intoxicated he had to be taken to the hospital before going to jail.
Hillary Clinton left the campaign trail today to testify before a House committee investigating a deadly attack on Americans in Libya. As Craig Boswell shows us, while some claim the committee's only goal is to derail Clinton's presidential bid, the chairman says that's not true.
What do you hope to accomplish today? Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton arrived on Capitol Hill prepared to testify before a select committee looking into the 2012 deaths of 4 Americans at a U.S. compound in Benghazi.
I've thought more about what happened than all of you put together. I've lost more sleep than all of you put together. I have been racking my brain about what more could have been done.
Republicans say one thing she could have done is respond to requests for more security in Libya from Ambassador Chris Stevens.
He asked numerous times for extra protection. Did he have your personal email?
He took those requests where they belonged. He took them to the security professionals.
I think the core theory is this, that you deliberately interfered with security in Benghazi and that resulted in people dying. I think that is the case they want to make.
Democrats say the entire purpose of this investigation is to go after Hillary Clinton and take down her presidential bid, something committee chairman Trey Gowdy insists is not true.
I understand there are people, frankly, in both parties who have suggested that this investigation is about you. Let me assure you it is not.
But a new survey shows 54% of Americans believe the committee's goal is to go after Clinton. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
This is the 8th investigation looking into the attacks in Benghazi and the 3rd time Secretary Clinton has testified.
We are moving into the flu season now, and the best way to stay healthy is to get a flu shot. The Lexington-Fayette County Health Department is making it inexpensive and easy. Our Garrett Weimer's live now at Consolidated Baptist Church in Lexington, where a free flu shot clinic is taking place right now. Garrett?
Well, the free clinic has been open for about an hour and a half now, and people keep pouring in and keep moving right through. They even started about 30 minutes early out here, and right now there's really less than a handful of people standing in line waiting. The health department says they expect to give out up to 1,700 flu shots at the clinic this afternoon. I'm told so far they've given out a little more than 400 shots. Anyone 6 months or older can get one. A health department spokesman says this is good practice for them in case of an emergency where they'd have to give out a lot of vaccines in a short amount of time, but they're also arming the community against the flu.
Not only are you getting protected from the flu this fall and winter, but flu shots for us cost $30. So that's a pretty significant savings to a family. So there's a chance to save a little bit of money, protect yourself during the fall and winter, and avoid getting the flu.
Again, the clinic is open till 7 out here at Consolidated Baptist Church on Russell Cave Road. You can register online to save yourself a little bit of time, but like I said, things really are moving right along. In fact, one woman stopped and told me it took her longer to find her sunglasses in her purse than it did to come here and get her flu shot. Live in Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Good way of putting it there. Last year, the health department confirmed 179 cases of flu in Lexington. If you can't make it out tonight, you can still get a flu shot at the health department's clinic on Newtown Pike Mondays through Thursdays. A stabbing at a school has killed 2 people and injured 2 more. We'll tell you how authorities stopped the attacker.
Sesame Street is adding a new character, how she is raising awareness about autism in better living.
UK receives its largest single gift in school history today. We'll show you how the money will be spent on WKYT News at 5:30.